Hi again. This is the first part of a game to escape reality, but the 8th part of the game to get them back series. Also, I do not own the Haikyuu characters and this does not accurately represent the Haikyuu characters. Hope you enjoy the video. It's not like we're being held captive. I mean, they did say this would be an escape room. So, technically they could just lock us in rooms. Let's just solve the first puzzle. I don't get it. Let's each read one riddle. And then find the 4th, 1st, 13th, and 26th letter for each. Why the letters? That's just to start. Next would be words. Alright. I'll take the first one. I'll do the second. Third. Guess I'm 4th. They read through the riddles as they pulled out each letter. Done. Same. I finished a while ago. No need to brag. Let's just go in order first. Samu. What was the 4th letter? L. Oikawa? I. Hinata? I believe it was E. Alright, well I got S. So that makes the word. Lies. It's a word. I'm actually surprised. Me too. So what now? We unlock the door? They all approached the front door as they found a key locked to the porch railing. The lock had a word unlocking device. They assumed the key was for the front door. Komori grabbed the lock as he put in the word. He then pulled the lock as it unlocked, dropping the key. Such a high budget. I would bet Kuru already had this because of Kenma. Kenma likes escape rooms. So what? He creates his own? No. He takes mementos. That's stealing. Hinata shrugged as Komori put the key in the door and unlocked it. They all went inside as they looked around shocked. The house was bigger than they expected, but it was even more surprising to see signs with their names, pointing where to sit in the living room. This is creepy. Not so creepy when you think about who made this. Fair enough. The 4 approached the living room as they went to their specific seats. Osamu got a bar stool, Hinata got a love seat, Komori got a single-seat recliner, and Oikawa sat in a beanbag. This is so strange. Why did Tsukishima agree to get new furniture in his house? Did his parents agree? Why do you all get comfy chairs while I have to sit in this rough bar stool? Why even ask us? It's just annoying. They were about to continue chatting as they noticed the TV in front of them blink on. Now that's creepy. Yeah. The screen was black for a few seconds until they heard a voice in the background. Is it on? Yeah. Okay. They watched as Daisha removed his hand from the lens. Welcome problems 1 through 4. Rude. It's great to see that you all agreed. Not like you really had any other choice. We've decided to have some fun. We've already explained what you are doing. But you don't know why. This is a strange recording. It's not live? Obviously not. We won't tell you exactly why you're here. But what we can say is that you are not the broken. And they are not the breakers. Huh? Who? Sumu? Anyways. We are here to tell you guys some stories. Stories? Really? Yes. Exclamation mark. Question mark. That's going too far. This is pre-recorded, right? It has to be. These stories are fairy tales. And we wrote them. What's the point of this? This is to pass the time while waiting for us. Alright. Text will appear on screen with the stories. Make sure to read them closely. This is suspicious. I'm down. Alright. Here is the first story. The screen flashed to a white screen with black lettering on it. The story was titled Who is the Hero? They all leaned in to read it. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a pair of twins. Both of the twins loved each other dearly. But one day, the left twin realized that he was always sacrificing something to keep his brother happy. He lived on knowing this, but the thought of it slowly tore away at his mind. He had always wondered why his brother acted all high and mighty like nothing bothered him, while the left had to take care of the right. These thoughts continued to float around the left's head, until one day he finally snapped at the right. The right, on the other hand, had never even noticed something was wrong with his brother, since the brother had never said anything. The right felt awful and didn't understand why the left had never said something to him, but the left just continued closing off his emotions. In the end, the left had permanently damaged the twins' bond due to his lack of everything. The right suffered the most, surprisingly. He was still confused on what had affected his beloved brother so much to make him yell and snap at him like he did. He could never hold a proper conversation with his brother again because of such a silly fight. Do you understand the moral? Well, that was upsetting. That is not a fairy tale. Fairy tales have happily ever afters. Not all of them. Yeah. Didn't you know that Ariel actually turned into sea foam in the original story? Oikawa covered his ears and angrily glared at Komori. Next story. Kiru's voice came from the TV as the screen switched to another story. The title was What Does It Feel Like? There once was a little boy who loved a die that said different things to him. He would roll it every day and he would always get replies like "You're great" or "Today will be your day." This boy truly loved this die, but unfortunately this die had been broken by some others before he had gotten it. The die had ended up being weighted on one side, making it impossible for it to be rolled on the side he had always wanted to see. "I love you." The boy tried desperately, every day, to get the special side. Each day, however, the die could not reach the side he wanted. The boy continuously tried and tried and tried, until one day, he got tired of it. He placed the die on a bookshelf and vowed to never roll it again, since it seemed unlucky. The boy never tried to help the die or see if there were something wrong with it. He couldn't even keep loving his precious dice because he was too hell-bent on getting a response. The die was broken. It had been hurt. The people that had previously owned it had hurt it and relied on it too much. What could it do? In the end, the boy forgot about it and moved on to more superficial things. He got his affirmations and got what he wanted, but he lost his deep love for things. Is there a moral to this? The poor die. Yeah. It's an inanimate object. It can't feel. Heartless. Yes, it is. They watched as the screen changed again. Second to last story. Oh wow, how the time is passing. They could hear the lack of emotion in Daishao's voice. The title said that the story was called The Ghost. In the not-so-distant past, there was a pair of best friends. They would celebrate holidays together and acted just like family members to each other. They were close. One day, on the way home from school, one of the best friends was playing around. He was singing and dancing to a video he had just seen, and for some lucky reason someone from a talent agency saw and scouted him. The singer was so elated and his friend was also ecstatic for him. He promised to support him in his journey, and said he'd be there when things got hard. And so, things around them slowly started to change. The singer was constantly at practice while the other one only noticed the distance between them growing. The singer didn't notice the distance. He had been trying so hard to accomplish his new dream and trying his best not to let his nerves hold him back. The other realized that they became more like strangers throughout the years. The singer was doing good for himself, while the other was wallowing in pity. The singer, once again, didn't see the distance. Yes, he was busier, so they couldn't hang out as much. But he still loved his friend. It became too much for the other, though. He blamed his friend for how he was feeling, lonely and insecure. So he decided to break off their relationship completely. He blocked his friend, moved into a new apartment without telling him, and lied to his parents about something horrible his friend had did. And just like that, the other and the singer never talked to each other again. No one knows what happened to them after their relationship unraveled. The singer stopped producing music and went into seclusion and the other hasn't been seen in years. What is the moral of this? That almost seems familiar. Really? Seems a bit ridiculous. Just talk to each other. Yeah. Are you ready for the final story? It's quite short. The screen changed once again to the last story. The title read Don't Make It the Last. There once was a sugar cube and a lemon. They were very friendly with each other. One could even call it love. The sugar cube wanted to do something special and memorable with the lemon. At the very moment it realized that there was this thing called lemonade that combined the two of them. The cube brought up the idea that the lemon should open its mouth and eat the cube so that they could combine and be one. The lemon was hesitant and didn't thoroughly understand why the change was necessarily needed. Through explanation, though, the lemon understood and realized that it wanted to do it as well. The lemon opened its mouth and placed the cube in its mouth. They waited, and waited, and waited. Soon they realized they were the same as before. Nothing changed except they were closer. Where is the moral in this? The poor cube. I feel bad for the lemon. It was all hyped for something special while, in the end, it had to realize that going into a relationship like that doesn't change much. Maybe it wasn't like that? It's just a story. As Hinata said this, they heard the door behind them open and close as Daisha and Kuru entered the house. Right on time. Did the video finish? Yeah. You guys write some strange stories. So? We got our point across. Anyways. We have some things to do real quick, so while you wait, we want to ask some questions. First, did you get the morals? Were there any? Kuru smirked and shrugged. Also, You will be put in your room soon, but before that you need to be able to enter them. Each story corresponds with one of you. Figure out which one goes with which one of you. And also figure out what the word is to allow you to enter the room. Word? There were hints throughout the stories about the word. The stories will reappear on screen, so that you can figure it out. Now please excuse us. The two walked away from the others as they continued to another room, that they had to unlock for some reason. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give the guess of the moral/reason for the stories. Also, try to find the 4 words for the 4 characters. The next video will hopefully be the next proposal video. Exciting news! I have a Discord server. You can join with the link in the description below. Also, I have an Instagram if you'd like to follow. There is a link in the description below. I usually just post random pictures I draw or pictures from my videos. If you'd like to support me, and maybe buy me a coffee to keep me awake for my late night editing sessions, there is a link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support.